Well, thank you, Mark, for joining with us.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate you taking the time to meet with the folks from Step It Up. We're just a group of citizens who think that there are certain areas and aspects of this upcoming election that are very important to us, and we have our agenda that we've shared with everybody, and we're trying to use this as a service to share with the community what the candidates' thoughts are on some issues that we particularly think are important and think resonate with a lot of other folks in the community. My name is Soroya Queen Tabor. I don't think I even introduced myself, and I've been a resident here for about 15 years, and I came here from New York and was immediately attracted to the Coventry area, and I have never left. I hold Cleveland Heights near and dear to my heart. We're going to have a round robin of questions here, as you've already determined, and we're going to start, I believe, over here with Elizabeth to get things started. So thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. My name is Elizabeth Westman. I live over on Englewood near Monticello and Noble, that area of Cleveland Heights. And I was born here, went away, never thought I'd come back. My husband got into case law school, and I said there's only one place we can live. We didn't even look on the west side, right? Cleveland Heights was it. So I'm really excited to be a part of this group because I really love the city. So we're going to start talking just about the city in general. We want to thank you for running for city council, obviously. A strong democratic community requires both citizen leadership and a strong city government. Step It Up is a group of citizens passionate about Cleveland Heights who have great aspirations for our community. We would like to know a little bit more about your views of the city. What excites you about Cleveland Heights' future, and what more could Cleveland Heights do to make our community one of the best suburbs in the nation?
Well, what excites me about the city is probably the same thing that excites everybody. I love the diversity. I love that it's an urban environment. I really enjoy, I live in the Coventry area as well, being able to walk to shops and restaurants. I love the theaters and the art community. It's a very vibrant community. I teach at Cleveland State, so it's a nice short commute. I don't have to take a lot of gas. I can even take my bike sometimes if I could ever make it back up Cedar Hill. But those kinds of things. The location is perfect. The diversity, the people that live here, and it is a democratic, liberal community. As an openly gay man, this is the first community to give domestic partnership benefits. It was the first community to welcome me and my partner here. And having lived in other places that weren't so welcoming, that was a really important part of my choice of where to live in Cleveland, in the Cleveland area when I moved here. So those are the things I love about it. What do I think we need to work on to make it better? I think one of the primary things that we need to do is to focus on how to bring more robust economic development to the city. I think that we have a lot of opportunity with our connections to CASE, the hospitals, the clinic, to bring biotech kinds of businesses up here, good paying jobs, live and work in Cleveland Heights and you don't get taxed twice, which is, I think could be maybe a motto. I work in Cleveland. Anyone who works outside of the city they live in Northeast Ohio gets taxed twice because of the revenue sharing in the region with Cleveland. So if we can bring jobs here, there's some good things to do with that. So I've been working on that in the past 4 years, trying to find creative ways to do that, as well as some leveraging some federal funding, trying to get a bioincubator started. Similarly, I think we could work to try and have a small business support center. There are so many entrepreneurs who live in Cleveland Heights who run small businesses out of their homes. And it would be, I think, beneficial. I've actually talked to a few of them that felt this might be helpful. If we could set up some kind of facility where people could have offices or a conference room, they could come and go, but there would be a secretarial pool, maybe copying, some other services like that, and they could put that on their business card, and they have a place that would answer the phone, that would be a location that made them a more substantive small business. And those kinds of appearances are important when you're entertaining customers or clients or trying to attract business. So I think that would be a way to help also spur the entrepreneurial spirit here. So I think that's important. Economic development is something that's been talked about a lot, but I think that first and foremost we have to concentrate on getting jobs here. There's a lot of jobs in the clinic and hospital area. I think we can capture those individuals because of the quality of life here. But I think to grow the community and strengthen it, we also have to have jobs here.
Great. Our city also has many problems. Here's a reality check from one of our members. This is a quote. My house was broken into. 5 vacant houses on my street are the site of vandalism and squatters. My property value has gone down dramatically, and a number of nearby storefronts are empty. I also pay high taxes for a street with more potholes and diminished city services. Why should she stay in Cleveland Heights?
Well, I think one stays in any environment through the good times and the bad times because one is committed to that community. And I think that we are in some tough times. The foreclosure crisis, we have an increase in what I would call antisocial behavior. It's very disturbing, and it's not something that's easy to get your hands around. I think anybody who says that it's all rosy and fantastic is really not paying attention. I think we are past the worst of it, though, from the foreclosure crisis standpoint. I think we've got some programs in place that we've turned the corner, and the housing sales are starting to at least not continue to go down. They've flattened off, and I think they will be picking up in the next year, which is encouraging. Whenever the economy's bad, you always see an increase, especially in petty and property crime. Because as economic times get harder, people try and find ways to compensate for that. And sometimes the ways that some people choose are not lawful. But that's traditional, and we've seen that in this community. We've seen it all over the country, up and down, as times get bad. So those kinds of things do happen. It's not, if you cut and run in that kind of situation, all you do is end up exporting the problems a little bit further out. Because if you leave a big hole in the middle, like we've done in Cleveland, then people start to migrate out to the next level. And if everyone abandons Cleveland Heights, it's going to be the next level out. So you can't run from the realities of urban life. And if you want to live in the country, you can move to the country. But the suburbs are a false sense of security. It's a temporary way of trying to be with everyone who's the same. There's very little diversity, and you think you don't have problems because of that. That's not true. If you look at Beechwood, if you look at Pepper Pike, they have foreclosures, they have crime, they have drugs, they have everything that we have. It's just a little more quiet. I think one of the things about Cleveland Heights is we're pretty upfront and blatant about our problems, as well as our good things, and I like that.